Hello and welcome to the channel. If you've just bought a used bike or you're planning to, stick around for a couple more minutes because I've got a story for you. Cheers. So a workmate of mine recently bought a used bike. It was about 15 years old. For the purposes of the video, we're going to call him Bob. Now, Bob spent a little bit of time spraying some panels up, making it nice and getting the bike just how he wanted it. And last week, he started riding the 15 or so miles to work every day. Last Monday, as I got close to work, I noticed that the road was blocked. There's a police car, a couple of ambulances, a bus blocking the way. But you don't think anything of it, so off into work I went. So got into work, made a brew, chatting to my other colleagues, and we're thinking, where's Bob? He's not here yet. He's always the first one in normally. And of course I joked, have you seen the roadblock down the road? Ambulances and everything. So by this point, he was about 20 minutes late for work. So we thought I'd give him a call. Just as I picked my mobile up, he rang. And unbelievably, the police car, the roadblock, the ambulances were all for him. It turns out he'd come off his bike on the roundabout. It wasn't a wet day, but it was that kind of slippy, horrible, kind of shiny roundabout surface. And it turns out the front wheel had just gone from underneath him and he hit the floor. Because he's rock hard, he still came to work, but he was all bruised. So he went home, ended up in A&E. Thankfully, not broken anything, but bruised all his ribs and even bruised his lungs. So it was a pretty bad fall. So he's back working towards the end of the week, and we were chatting about the accident and what maybe the causes were, like you do. We were talking about how slippery the road surface was and what the weather was like. We were looking at the previous MOTs, and we noticed that the bike had only done a couple of 100 miles a year, so it spent a lot of time sat in the garage. The thought occurred, might be worth checking the date stamp on the tyre. So he sent me a text message that night with this image. Yep. 1997 was the date stamp. Unbelievably, 26 years old. The bike's not even that old. So needless to say, he's ordered brand new tyres all the way around. The moral of the story is, if you've just bought a used bike, or indeed you're looking at a used bike, even if the tread looks good, check the date stamp. 26-year-old rubber just does not do the job, as my mate Bob found out when he hit the ground. Don't be like Bob. Thanks for watching, and maybe go and check your tyres. I'm going to have a beer.
This is Cheesy Voiceover Editing Lee. If you'd like more information on how to identify the age of your tyres, then follow the link in the description.